Halloween's over, and actually Thanksgiving too at this point. And for many, this is the actual scariest part of the year. As a therapist, this means I'm going to be busy because a lot of people have to interact with their family. I will get this posted before Christmas. I will. I hope I will. So I figured I'd stick with that theme. We're going to talk about family, trauma, horror, and demon zombies. Has the same trademark gore of the other franchise. Oh my god. The newest installment of the Evil Dead franchise has the same gore, some of the same elements, but it also looks at something metaphorically that is deeper than that, and that is family trauma. We see a little family dynamics in the Evil Dead reboot 2013, but it's not a super strong metaphor for the breakdown of family like Evil Dead Rise. I enjoyed it. I think it was engaging and entertaining, over-the-top violence. It's scary.
Mummy's with the maggots.
One thing that I found interesting was the way that they created the isolation in an urban environment, which was pretty cool. We're not just in a cabin in the woods, even though in the beginning we think we're in a cabin in the woods. I see what you did there. So in Evil Dead Rise, we see a family that's struggling with some tough circumstances. One sister is facing an unplanned pregnancy and a transition into like real adulthood. The other sister, 3 children, facing the need to move after a breakdown of a relationship with the father of her children. So while there is real family turmoil here, of course it gets worse. So as we see through the possession, the Evil Dead demon thing isolates the family in an urban environment through a natural disaster. During that time, the mother, Ellie, is abruptly possessed by this demon. And the subsequent events impact the whole family. So the family watches her degrade and turn into a different person.
It's me. Don't let it take my babies.
And then just die. So here they are trying to deal with the acute stress of what they think is a natural disaster. Mom/sister is dead, and they're just stuck in the building with the body. But like always, just gets worse. Much like common ailments in family systems such as mental illness and substance use permeates the whole family unit. There's not just one person that's unwell when those things are going on. The whole family structure is struggling. And the Evil Dead demon curse literally spreads throughout the family. If one person is impacted, it does increase the likelihood that that's just gonna go to everybody else. Nature, nurture combined makes it more likely that those things are gonna be carried on. One thing about the Evil Dead demons that I think is interesting in this story is that they have access to the person's memories that they are possessing. They have access to all that information, and they use that to screw with the other people. Personal insults, poking at insecurities. They really know how to get to them emotionally. Know anybody like that?
You know, you really do look like Mom. And you're gonna fail miserably just like her.
One of the things that stands out the most in this for me is the mother-child connection when it comes to this theme of an illness kind of taking over the family. When the little girl is talking to her mom through the door, we see a lot of manipulative tactics, and this girl's like, is this my mom? I don't know, I'm confused. So this demonstrates the influence that a parent has over a child, even if the child knows that something is wrong or that the parent is doing something wrong, and that they're not safe with that person.
You don't look so good, Mom.
Nothing a big old hug and kiss from you won't fix. Open up now.
Another component of this story is an expression of guilt on the part of the children and some self-blame regarding what happened to the mother because, you know, the kid kind of literally caused it. But in real life, it's usually not that. Usually it is the choice of the parent, and the child self-blames by default. Pretty common with kids, unfortunately. I think that this serves as a metaphor for losing someone through severe mental illness or substance use, and it just slowly destroys the family and spreads to everybody else. Issues like this, much like the Evil Dead demon curse, cruel, ruthless, and mostly unstoppable. And then we see in the end this kind of battle between this evil force of the mother and her possession and the remainder of the family. They all just kind of blend together to create this unit of toxicity just attacking the remaining family members. again, and interesting how that kind of plays out in some dynamics I've seen within families. The whole family unit literally is turning on the remaining family members who are not yet affected by this demon or have been taken over. So if you've ever been in a dysfunctional family situation with maybe someone who had significant control, this might feel a little familiar to you. I think that Ellie is scary as fuck. This movie was very enjoyable. I just really appreciated the strong metaphor for the breakdown of family, the different pieces of family dynamics, and wanted to share.
Please. Help me, Betty Boo. Only my sister gets to call me that.
Let me know what you think. Overall, I'm looking forward to seeing what else the Evil Dead franchise has in store for us.